Hello and welcome. I'm Giovanni Hollart, and today we're just doing some sketching and chilling. Quick little sketches and studies before I head out for work. Yeah, let's just get into it. Hello and welcome everybody. Thanks for the likes, appreciate that. We're just trying to roughly get our character pose drawn in. Quick sketching here and posing. How's everyone doing today? I just realized something. I had the sound off. I wonder if that fixes the issue. Sorry, I'm just gonna fix something here real quick in my settings. Posing. Alright, let's keep this going.
As he goes so that he can do what he can with this leading position. So while the movies just have him pretty much front and center for several other reasons, Wolverine and the X-Men does its best at trying to explain how he could, giving him complications to overcome along the way to make it feel as realistic as possible for someone like Logan. And also, speaking of this Hulk cameo in the series, it's actually the continuation to another thing that happened with animated Marvel properties, specifically being the Hulk versus short films, Hulk versus Thor and Hulk versus Wolverine.
Those are actually pretty good.
Hulk versus Wolverine has Wolverine being sent into a town that was thought to have been destroyed by the Hulk, this town being Elkford in British Columbia. Wait, hold on. That's the exact town that Braceface takes place in, and now it's destroyed? Well, at least we know what has happened to Sharon Spitz after that show has ended. I literally just did a video on that series. Anyway, the movie here is important to the fact that it sets up a lot of backstory regarding Weapon X, which gets brought into the show itself. But more importantly, episode 7 of the series, Wolverine versus the Hulk, serves as this direct sequel, having Nick Fury set things up and connect these two separate pieces of media together. And I think that's pretty cool. And this goes beyond this too if you really want to start connecting things together, like having Wolverine a part of the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes show, as it would still align with his character in Wolverine and the X-Men. It's also the same voice actor, which then can be connected to the Spider-Man from Spectacular Spider-Man. But this whole web of speculation of if this all truly do connect or not is thanks to co-writers of Wolverine and the X-Men, Craig Kyle and Christopher Yost, making their thoughts and planning of what could be connected known. While something like the Hulk episode of the show connecting pretty directly to the short film is one thing, as it's pretty much confirmed to be true, stuff like connecting it to the other shows or even connecting Spectacular Spider-Man come from things like a tweet from Christopher Yost saying, yes, the Spider-Man in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes was originally
I want to have a kind of a dynamic action pose as I'm going.
So the keyword there
we'll keep this super rough.
Intended, which doesn't mean it actually played out that way. Now,
I'm gonna probably change the pose up some more. I want to have like a more dynamic pose.
That's great, and it does
like an action hero kind of pose thing going on.
Universe that runs between these shows. But
and this is my rough process and how I draw and sketch things out.
It's kind of cool that you really can connect all these together.
But it may be a little rough right now.
Official is the one between myself
we're clean up
and
later.
GamerSubs. You can head over to GamerSubs by clicking the link in my description, and by using my code FRINGE, you can get 10% off any purchase you ever make for yourself. There's tons of great flavors, both new and old, and lots of great other things like their shaker cups, merch drops, and so much more. Use my code FRINGE every time you purchase anything from GamerSubs, and you'll save 10% off your order. It helps support the channel, and you save some money. So use my code FRINGE at checkout. I truly appreciate you. One of the best aspects of the show is the use of all the X-Men characters. We get some really cool spotlights on lesser-known mutants and play into what our preconceived notions are about familiar ones, only to see how even then they can still surprise you. I think a character like Emma Frost is a great example of how she is
Emma
brought to the
Frost.
fold, as even Logan is suspicious of her from the start, but she comes off as a character that is only trying to help, and honestly, for a good bit, she just really does do that, giving this newly formed group of X-Men the chance to find and rescue Xavier, and beyond that, locate other mutants. But it really comes to a head with your perception of her being good or bad towards the end of the season, learning what her intentions may have been all along, but even on top of that, how this gets flipped even more, making her one of the more interesting characters with some very well written character development to follow. Now, on the other hand, because they squeeze so much into the series, and for the fact that it's also called Wolverine and the X-Men, a solid amount of more important characters don't get too much time to show off their powers
fix
or
the
get
body
a
up a
deep
little
focus
bit.
put on them outside of moments here and there. Obviously, Logan and his personal stories
It'll be
take
where
the
the
front
shoulders
seat of the
are.
narrative, so there is some good and some bad because of that, but overall, I'd say it's mostly good, and the
Shoulders are
characters who
here.
do get more impactful moments do stand out, and I don't feel that they were rushed or sidelined just in favor of Logan or something else to push the plot forward.
Wolverine and the X-Men is coming up next.
The Olympic Winter Games Milano Cortina 2026.
That's when he decided to share Fuse Iced Tea with fans everywhere.
Just wanna
Fuse Iced Tea.
get that
It's the
pose
flavor.
better.
A to-do list. It's never just a list. It's that thing that hangs over your head. Always getting in the way, always pulling you out of the moment. But that stops here.
You want to get that by the back arch right.
Staples has everything you need for work, learning, and life. So you can get back to living. Because crushing your to-do list? That was easy.
Right.
Mutant power continues.
The
I honestly am
shorts.
just surprised at how mature and sometimes dark the series would feel. Not once did it ever feel like certain elements outside of stuff like violence had to be toned down or pulled back to tell this story. There's constant, intense character drama, plots that involve political fear-mongering to push agendas, traumatic experiences that haunt characters in mental and physical
We
ways,
just want to
and so much
loosen
more
rough.
that can be a mirror pointed out to
We're
our
not going
own
for
world,
perfect, we're just
and
going
it
for
really embodies
forms.
what has always made X-Men so special. It fundamentally understands what X-Men has represented.
clean
and
up
tackles
later.
covering topics in the same
Well,
vein.
let's get the
only
poses
thing that would
down.
have benefited the show beyond
Look at
this
this
is
pose.
to see where it could have gone. Where would the series have
I just
taken
gotta
all
fix
of
the
these
back.
characters, and what other threats would lie ahead that Logan would have to lead the X-Men into facing to save the future of their existence. But this, well, it would never really be known because the end of the first season is the end of the series in general. Wolverine and the X-Men was pretty much doomed from the start thanks to disagreements and mismanagement with how the production was going from
Alright, I
basically
like
its
this. We're gonna do another
inception,
pose.
potentially. Things are kind of messy for the information in the
Actually, let's just
timeline
finish
of
this up.
potential
It's gonna be a
events,
super rough
so
drawing,
despite
but
still getting a full
we'll get it
season
done.
to come out of everything, the series wouldn't get this season 2 that it was supposed to, leaving a lot of fans to speculate over the years as to what the heck happened and why did we never get a concrete answer to the show being seemingly canceled. The most obvious point to look to is the fact that there was this massive purchase of Marvel by Disney, and with that, a partial or full wiping of the slate across any board that Disney could touch at that point that wasn't still owned by Fox or even Sony was bound to happen. Then you'd hear that it was more of a financial problem between those who were funding the show's production, but there was never any true evidence to back up any
Let's
claims,
fix this
just a lot of
back here.
rumors kind of floating
That'll be
online
where
and
your
what you
back
could
would
presume
be.
happened. All that we would know
Over
for
here.
sure is that Wolverine and the X-Men would not be getting this second season, and that was basically confirmed thanks to Marvel Animation Age. It wasn't until more recent years where speculation on what happened led to some more concrete answers, like Marvel potentially axing the show behind the scenes because of how much trouble the production was having, and they wanted to make sure that they
We're
looked
gonna
as
move
good
this
as possible
shoulder
for
up
when Disney came in to
more.
acquire them. Another given testimony was in relation
fix
to the
that.
well of money just drying up from those who were funding the series and continuing on
that.
further than this when trying to move the series
I'm
into
liking
in-house
this
self-funding,
pose
not
so
really being
far.
sure how they can make this all happen properly. And also, there was too much tension between Marvel and Fox, as Marvel would rather take X-Men down and not push any aspect of it to give Fox nothing to
We'll fix
work
that
with when
one
it came
eye.
to their ownership and use of Marvel properties.
Thanks for the
the
likes,
X-Men
appreciate
they
that.
had the rights to.
Yeah,
And
we're
that's
just doing
its own
some
whole longer
posing.
story that has nothing else to do
And I want to
with
fix this arm
now,
here.
in the end, you can go on and
Welcome
speculate
back. It's good to
nearly
see
every
you.
aspect of this until the end of days,
Quick
but I
session
think the
today,
most
but
accurate accurate
Sure,
and most
I wanna
detailed
fix that
account
here.
is from the content creator
That
Pillar of
shoulder's
Garbage,
back
who goes
too
to
much.
great lengths in a couple of videos to really break down what the possibilities could be, to then
They're
coming
fixed for
back
the
and
neck and the
debunking
shoulder
what is
is.
probably fake, finding out new information, and even directly speaking with one of the writers on the show who has first-hand accounts
How's your day
of how
going
the
so
production
far?
went
Thank
and
you,
how things
appreciate
pretty
that.
much fell apart. So I highly implore you to check out Pillar of Garbage's videos on this topic. I will have them linked below. I found them extremely fascinating,
find
and I
that one
appreciate the
layer.
level of depth that
I
was
draw
taken when the
multiple
opportunity
layers.
to actually learn more about what
There you go.
happened came up. And outside of those reasons for
I
why
wanna
the
redo
show
that
ending
arm.
after one season makes it pretty sad, it was also because of where season 1 ends and where all of the potential future plans for
Okay,
a
so
season
we're gonna
2
fix that
could have
arm
gone.
here.
After the series greatly
It's a little
uses the amount of
extended.
episodes it had to tell a pretty complex story that pulls in bits and parts of other famous and well-known
That's
X-Men
weird.
comes to tell
Oops.
something that feels both unique
Lower
and
that
familiar,
down a
we
little bit.
sadly get left on a note that cuts things off for us, ever to see where this next part of the story was going to go. The series had so much lore and character-driven
Better
plot
push
lines
this
stuffed
arm
into it
in.
that it was honestly impressive that it never felt
This
like it was
extends
giving you
out
too
so
much
far.
information to handle at once. You can easily get lost in the investment side because you truly care about each point of focus the story takes you in. But in the end, when all of these converging moments come together, you end the season with some pretty nice payoffs and what feels like a mostly happy ending for the
We'll
X-Men
clean that
saving the
up.
day and everything.
That
But there are
looks
some
better.
loose ends
That
that
looks
get
more
left up
natural.
in the air, and we're given a major moment
Before it
right
was
before
way
the credits
stretched
that
out.
leads into the Age of Apocalypse.
But that's okay, that's
storyline
part of the
being
plan,
main
that's
setup
part of
for
the
where
process
season
of
2 and potentially
sketching out
beyond
and rough
would be
drawing.
going. Sure, it's
Just
one
figuring out your
dystopian
pose
future story for
as you
another,
go.
but getting to see the final moment of the series be Apocalypse walking out of his pyramid to wave hello at a crowd of people while Mr. Sinister and an eye-patch Cyclops by his side really leaves you wanting more. Much like how this season showed us some
We'll
more
just
one-off
adjust it and
stories or
fix it.
segues into bringing in some awesome characters on the side. Season 2 was set to do the same thing, and it's also another really big reason as to why the show not getting this second season really stinks.
Wolverine and the X-Men is coming up next.
We'll clean this up here. I want to fix that
Power
shoulder.
continues.
From the stuff that we do know, aside from seeing some scripts for the second season that were also worked on and getting to see some concept art, we were set to see Deadpool, for one, make his way into the series, where he
Alright,
apparently
there we
would
go.
have been involved in a
That
storyline
looks
with
better.
X-23. So with the addition of a bunch of new characters and bringing in smaller used ones from the first season to expand their roles in the second, there wasn't much planning or at least work done on the second season that clues us in to what we were truly missing. Only small amounts
there we
of
go.
hype from the base loose ideas given.
Alright,
In an interview with
perfect.
Inverse, one of the show's directors and character designer Stephen Gordon said, "I'm not sure how any of these characters were going to be used. I was just being given the basic designs by the character designer. My job was to do expressions and attitudes for them." Stephen also notes in this interview a bit more about why we didn't get a second season, saying they couldn't agree on who would give the larger percentage of the money towards it and who would own the bigger percentage and so forth. And so it just imploded, even though they had a surefire guarantee for a second season. They just could not work it out, which is weird to me. Hey, it's weird to me too. Probably
Well,
weird
I'm
to
just gonna
every
fix
other
that
fan
head
of the series as
position.
well. But look, the inner workings
We got
of
the
the
lower
business
body,
side of
which
entertainment
is
is
dope.
a
That
brutal
looks
world
good
of
to
no
me.
one really wanting to be
Now we just
free
gotta
of
fix that
something, and
head.
most times, money
That head
is
is
the reason why something
not
doesn't
in a
work
good
out. So
spot.
hopefully
I'm
between
gonna duplicate
these
this
statements
layer
and
here.
everything that Pillar of Garbage uncovered through their
Then
research,
it was fixed
we'll
out
see
a
better
rough
understanding of
pose.
what actually happened to the show as it was supposed to.
Hey,
have
welcome.
this
Thanks for
season
watching.
two it never got. It sucks though.
Feel free to
I
like
hate
and
that there
follow.
are so many
This is just
shows,
me
especially
planning out a
ones
drawing
as
and
well
quickly
done and exciting
doing
as this
rough
that get
pose.
stuck not being
Yeah, that
able to
head's too
finish
big.
telling their story. The main benefit that Wolverine and the X-Men has
Welcome to the stream.
unfortunately left
Yeah.
in this situation.
Yeah, this is my-
was
my
still
drawing
able to
process.
tell a mostly
I
complete
see
story
it.
from
Sorry,
start to finish.
I can't speak.
Sure, there are some
Turned
loose
to Emma
threads out
Feather.
there, and
People like
a
to
fun
see the
introduction to what
process,
is going to be the main focus of
like how
that
you
next
plan your
season,
drawings
with the
out,
main
how you go
story
about things.
focusing on Logan having
And this
to
is kind of
become this
it.
leader-like
That head's
character
a
to
little
help
bit too
prevent this
big.
terrible future feels really fulfilled,
But we're gonna
despite
fix
where
that.
the series could have taken all of these characters
Yeah.
moving forward. For
I'm
that
gonna-
alone, though, I
the legs are a little
can't
bit
recommend
long
giving your
than
time
what I
to
would
the
like.
series because you will still get
Just
a
wanna
resolution
reposition
to
the
main
head
story
here.
coming together. Plus, you'll have so many awesome
Because the
fights
shoulders
and
are there, so
scenes
that'd be
with
your
some really cool
spine would be like
characters, both
here.
miniseries mutants and cameos from the world of Marvel. We'll probably
Connected,
never
there
get
you
a
go.
continuation of this specific story
Good
in the world
placeholder.
of
Now the
X-Men,
legs
especially
here.
with Disney and Marvel
I think I
already
want
making
to change
older
position of the
series
legs a
to go
little bit.
back to and continue continue, but at least this series has a
So
solid
we're on
enough
this
ending
one.
where that's okay.
I want this
You
leg to
never
be
know,
up
though.
more.
You can't really say never ever these days. Heck, did you hear that Class of 3000 is coming back? Yeah, that's pretty random. Go check out my old video on that show if you want to relive some more nostalgia. But for now, what are your thoughts on
Let's
Wolverine
get this leg
and
up
the
there.
X-Men? Did you enjoy what it had to offer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments
More of a
below. Thank
curve.
you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on this video.
Here at Tim's, we take our toasting seriously, and we know you do
We're
too. And
safe
thanks to
there.
our new toasters, our English muffins are crispy and warm. Start every day right
I'm
with
just
a
gonna
deliciously
define this
toasted
more
breakfast
here a little
sandwich
bit.
at Tim's.
We got the head,
Josh was just a creative guy with great ideas.
got the
until
basic head
he
shape.
started creating with Artlist's all-in-one AI platform.
This is just to
Josh is the largest
kind of
studio in
ground,
Hollywood.
ground
Let's
the
take a
image
look
more,
inside. This is where
so it's
Josh
not
eats
so
breakfast
loose. Tighten it up a
every
little
day.
bit.
It takes Josh 12 days to create these incredible films, unlike a standard production that may never get done. This is the phone where he recorded his original voice memos.
An unconventional love story between a garbage man and a...
Here's Josh working on his award-winning films with Artlist. And this is
Perfect.
where the magic happens.
Hey guys, anyone got gum? Thank you.
Do you think I'll get the credit for this?
No, absolutely not.
Experience the magic of a Hollywood studio right from your bedroom with Artlist AI.
Speaking about that commercial, I love how bad some of these people are using AI. Like, if you want to use AI, go ahead. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. The Pandora's box is open. Why do you walk into? Sorry, what was the question? I missed something.
Tioloni's Sellers. She says her friend, the defendant, sold her a 2012 car.
Yeah, I was saying, think about AI. Like, the Pandora's box is open. People can use it, whatever. I'm not gonna use it. I like to draw original way and test myself. But the thing what I find interesting is the people that use AI just so I could get a quick cash grab are so upset and want to be included in the art community, but they don't want to put the effort there. So it's like you want the accolades of being an artist, of being known for like your work and stuff, but you're not really doing the work. So it's weird to want accolades and praise for your work and to be notable, whatever. And I guess, the likes, nothing wrong with wanting likes and stuff, but it's just weird to me. They want the accolades, but don't want to do the actual work. If somebody else is doing it. And if you don't credit them or praise them, they're mad. It's like, that's my work. No, it's not. You just type in the prompt in the computer. So I'll never accept AI artwork as someone's work. And hey, man, each your own. Just don't expect them to be impressed. It's like they want people to be impressed by the AI art. Like, I'm impressed with the technology. I'm not impressed with the person typing it in. Like, the technology is impressive. I'm not impressed with the person who does it. So I'll be lying saying, wow, that was able to generate that. Okay, that's interesting. Because you can see something looks objectively good, something doesn't. Like, it's no lie. Like, you can tell. Like, okay, that's an interesting aesthetics or something. But the person typing it in, I'm not going to be impressed by you. We're doing really chunky, not chunky, we're doing really thick thighs here. Because why? Thick thighs save lives. I really want to accentuate that. Shout out to Chung Li. Reason why? Because she's known for her very thick thighs. You know how hard it would be to have Chung Li's thighs or her build? Like those calf muscles and legs? That's insanely hard to do. You have to be at the gym like 24/7 to maintain that. Alright. We're roughing it out here. I'm just gonna clean this up. You know what? I want to put a face on there real quick. Okay. Oh, we'll do that. Then we'll come back later and we'll make it all pretty. Like, this is just my rough process for those who are just joining. Like, you can see my other artwork when I have time, when I polish it and clean it up. But this is like my initial rough posing, right? How I get to that pose. So the ground works, okay. So we got that. I like this. You may accentuate the rear more. I actually want to push the hips back. I'm actually liking this. Okay, I'm gonna merge these layers down. I might make the legs closer to the body. What is this, bro? We're a figure drawing. This is the pose. You draw out a pose of a character, then you slowly build up and clean it up. So this is my process for drawing. You gotta build it up. So this is basically like steps. You have your sketch, your pose, whatever. They slowly start to clean up the form and bring it out. Right now we're just posing. I'm just trying to figure out how I want this character to look. It's basically, I'm not sure who's gonna be, but just a good pose, and if I would like the pose, I'll probably develop it to a full art or full piece. I'm thinking either Chun-Li, because I really like drawing Chun-Li. Or, you know, just work it out. Yeah, I could do something real quick for Valentine's Day. I was thinking of doing like Zelda and Link for Valentine's Day, but I just realized Valentine's Day is in basically 2 days, Saturday. I wonder if I could finish that. Let's do something really quick and rough. But we'll see. But yeah, I want to throw a quick face on there. We'll throw someone's face on there, just to have something completed. I do like Demon Girl, so let's make it a Demon Girl. And I was doing a series before where it's basically, oh, thanks for the follow, Ditto. I was doing a series before where I was doing a demon gym baddies, or basically like demon girls, whatever, but they're like in gym attire. So I might bring that back. That was pretty fun. Throw little horns on there. Let's throw a face on there, a quick rough face, just to give it something. What kind of ears do we want? We're gonna go with the if you ever watched Dragon Ball Daima, apparently the ear shapes, you can tell someone's a demon from that world, all that stuff. It's interesting. I learned that the Kais, like Supreme Kai and all them, they're actually demons. That's interesting. I'm excited for the new Dragon Ball stuff to come out. Let's give them the Piccolo demon ears. Or the Kai, Supreme Kai ears, because, you know, why not? And we'll give them a little decorations. Make this brush a little down a little bit. We'll throw a quick face on there. That ear is a little high. Yes. Let's give it. This is not gonna be the final design, but I just want to throw something on there while we're here. Let's have fun with this. Ooh. Little demon horns there. Added a demon tail, is that too much? We're gonna add the tail. Why not? This will be, yeah, we're gonna make this for Valentine's. This will be the love demon. Or some kind of love demon, or something for Valentine's Day. A little heart on her tail. Demon Cupid. We'll do something with that. Just have fun with that. I'll throw a little face on there. And we're keeping it super rough as we develop this. I got about 15 more minutes. Okay, let's put a face on there. Okay. We're gonna give her a nose. Little. Alright, so we're putting a little face on there. And then, thanks for the likes, appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, I forgot, put that one there so people can see the full thing. I think we're gonna put a face on there. I want to do this real quick because time is running out, as I have to get going soon. We're gonna put a kind of a, you know, little sinister grin. Or lower that down a little bit, actually. To try to... Actually, I want to fix that face there. That has a very strong jaw. We want to be more feminine, so we're going to shade the jaw down a little bit. Where's that layer the head is on? Okay. Let's duplicate this layer because I want to redraw that again. Duplicate layer. Okay, we're going to fix that. Just make it a little bit more softer. You don't want too much of a predominant draw. Well, some people like that, but if you want a character to be more feminine looking, a less protrusive draw will do that. But then again, there's some people naturally born that way, have a more bigger jaw, which is okay. It all depends on what you're going for. I just want to make this a little bit. And again, this will be where the hairline will be, around there. I'll fix that. We're keeping it rough in there. We're gonna make that, fix the mouth, make it smaller. Alright. Boom, boom. Which layer is that on? I want to clean this up here a little bit. I want to get this all done real quick. Alright, now I'm gonna fix that mouth. We're speed rushing. Okay. Alright, we're gonna draw that mouth. We got the nose. There we go. We would position the head after. Looks very good, brother. Good job. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah. This is gonna be a quick sketch. I'm gonna come back and clean up. I want to have something for Valentine's Day. You know, a little succubus or something, or a demon. It'd be cool. Something with a little sinister smile, you know? Like that. And now let's get the eyes in there. Once you get the eyes, then that'll help. So just rough face, then we'll go and make it beautiful. Alright. So we're gonna do a quick face. You know what? Now I've been liking lately. I like when they black out the eyes on characters. So just like, you know, ever watched Naruto? When you see Madara comes back, I like when they did the eyes like that. I thought that was so cool. Basically, like, just the pupils are glowing. Right. Oh. Rough that in real quick. Get a face in there. Eyebrows, so we're gonna do eyes. Super rough. Just want to put something in there. Looks like her eyes are closed, but we're gonna not closed. Just figuring out the shape of them real quick. They're bound to change though. Just getting the shape in there real quick. Oh, this other eye is too high. And the nose is kind of... in there. Hold on here. Did we do that? These eyes are off. Oh my god. Let's go back. Back. Right. Who knew? Try and draw these eyes real quick. Alright. So that'll be the bridge of the nose come up there. So the other eye should be around here. And kind of like that. It's off, but we're going to fix it with the magic of our tools. So we're going to bring the eye down a little bit. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be a slight... This is not going to be perfect. It's slightly bigger. Now this is the face. This is super rough, guys. This is not going to be the final work. Super rough. Then this other eye needs to come down. This off. And be a little bit bigger. A little bit taller. We change the angle of that a bit. Oh, that does not. Yeah, now we're going to turn that. Oh. Let's turn that opacity down. Then I'm going to draw the eyes on top. Better position. Okay. And boom. Now, roughen out there a little bit. Boom. Okay. Let's wait. That one slightly better. Okay. That nose would be following this here. Nose would be okay. And we're slightly lower that here. Clean it up there. It's so cool. Then okay. That should do for now. Because we're gonna come back, fix it later. Eyebrows. Okay. And we'll do the mouth, redraw the position of the mouth. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. We're gonna turn off that old layer. Let's adjust this eye. Oops. We have to adjust the head. The head's a little small right now. We're gonna adjust that. There's my OCD's kicking in. I have to make everything perfect. Alright. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, guys, and the likes. Alright. This nose, we're gonna extend it out more. I want that nose to be more predominant. So angle like that. And then we'll just do a quick little mouth. Side smirk, I know. Huh. Let's do a little side smirk. Okay. No pupils yet. Alright. Okay. So I'm gonna merge this layer down. Because we need to fix and adjust everything else. Hold on. Just gonna make that a little bit bigger to fill the face frame better. An angle. Alright, rough. Okay. Let's throw in hair on there. What kind of hair we want to do? Super rough. We'll just do quick, simple hair. Hold on, let me see something here. Let's erase some of that right now, actually. Clean this up a little bit. Boom. And we'll bring the ears up. Okay. Let's clean this up a little bit more. Just a little clarity. Alright. So honestly. There. We'll bring the ears up a little bit. What layer is that? What layer is the ears on? Ooh, we got a couple more minutes before I have to go. We're gonna throw the hair on. We have to throw the hair on. And do a quick little color. Alright, we're gonna move the ears up a little bit. There we go. Then we're gonna move the head down, make the head a little bit slightly bigger. But let's, because that neck's really extruding. Hold on here. We're gonna merge some layers down. We'll do that later. Thanks, Kirby, for the follow. Okay, let's do it quick here. This time is running short. Always save your work. I'm always saving. All right, we're gonna do a quick hair design. Then after we're gonna fix the pose up and everything. This is like my process. Show you guys like how I work. All right, so we're gonna do short hair. Yeah, we'll do short hair. So that will come out here. I'll make the brush a little thinner. Kind of like a pixie kind of short hair. Bob, bangs. Nothing too crazy. Okay. I know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. This is just to simulate hair real quick. This is not gonna be the final hair design. We can go with short hair. And kind of come down. Oh, something like that. And boom. Some hair like that. We'll have the ears coming out the hair. Something like that. Nothing crazy, just short, quick, rough hair. Just for a place filler. We'll probably do something different, but just for now. Make it a little longer. Alright. Try to do the eyes. That's creepy because they're not looking at nobody. They're not in focus. Like, I want to make it look like she's looking down. Hold on here. Or look to the side. Yeah, kind of looking to the side. I think that works better. Like, hey, I see you guys. Looking to the side. But then, did I black out the eyes? Yeah, I like the black out eye. Like, oh, I see. Yeah, the blacked out eyes look cool. Alright, that's just rough. Okay. We're gonna zoom out. I'm gonna make the head bigger because the head's a little small. What layer is that? And we want to bring up the legs more. We're gonna make the legs a little shorter. Okay, let's fix that right now while we're here. We're gonna save real quick. That head is really small. This is why you gotta work on your whole drawing and see the whole thing, not just focus on small areas. Because when you just focus on small areas, you don't realize that proportion is off. See how small that head is? That's like a really tiny head. Okay, I'm just gonna put all these layers into one folder and duplicate it. Because you can always go back and fix it. That's one layer. Let's duplicate that layer. I got about 10 more minutes. Oh shoot. Time is running out. Okay. So I want to merge all these down here. Except for this last layer. So let's merge what we have so far. And then in the next stream, I'll come back and we'll fix all our mistakes and make it look really cool. Okay, so I have pretty much almost everything I want merged into one layer. Let's see. Yes, so one layer. So now let's make the adjustments. Alright, so the head need to make bigger. Oh boy. I hope I can finish this so I can post a quick little TikTok video or speed paint. But I don't think we're gonna have time. Alright, so making the head bigger. Since the shoulders come up, most of your neck will not be seen. So we're gonna move that down. You kind of want basically the shoulders touching your chin, almost, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Now we're gonna do that. So pull the head back in here a little bit. So like basically the head's come down into the chest area. We can fix that there. See how it looks way better, so it's more like, you know, overlapping a little bit. Then I wanted to bring up the legs are really big. I just want to make that just a little bit smaller. Not smaller, but lengthwise. I'm gonna bring these in. It's a little bit more. This is okay. Bring that in a little bit more. Make them a little bit smaller. And bring that in more. This is more proportionate now. But nothing wrong. We could have, you could do what you want. Super long legs. That's just to bring it in a little bit. We're gonna push it back a little bit. There we go. Just rough it out right there. Okay. Now, we got that there. I'm liking this. So now we're just gonna do quick watercolor wash of color. Alright, we'll do black and white. Or do red. We'll do red. Just for the outfit, basically little color here. Because it is in gym attire. Oh, we got like 2 more minutes. Right. So we'll do that. So basically a onesie leotard. How about that? Alright, now we're gonna clean it up here. It's gonna be really rough. This is a quick way to lay down color for ideas. Alright. Okay. As you can see, let's do that for the hand. Would be all right. Got our hands there, and the back of the leotard. And we'll just cut out our short design. Boom, like that. Just simple. Simply laying down a bunch of colors real fast. Then when we come back later, we can fix up everything we want and adjust it to what we like. Just a little pop of color right there. All right. That's gonna be pop of color. Then the face. I want to adjust the face down a little bit more. All right, we got like 2 more minutes. Okay. I'm gonna pull the face in a little bit down, like that area. I should have merged this all down, but we're gonna come back and fix it later. And boom. This one. Oh no, wrong layer. On this layer. Okay. It's gonna lower it just a little bit down. And it's a little bit down. And we're just gonna fix that jaw. Oh snap. We gotta go soon. Alright, we got 2 more minutes. Can I finish this in time? The rough pose. Where's my brush? Where's my brush? Where's my brush? Using this one. Okay. Take that down. And boom. Operation. Shade that jaw down a little bit more. Okay. Now. Alright. Okay. We'll do a different color for hair. We'll do hair. We'll do something quick for hair. I don't know. Brown. Black. All the horns. We'll do white for the hair. We'll do a brown color. Some. I'll do black for now. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So we have our hair. That is way too dark. Next layer. Okay. Right. Okay. Close enough. Boom. And the horns are there. All right. And a little bit on the tail. Why not? All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's your yes. Yeah, some people I don't try to please everyone. You try to please some people, they'll always find something. It's not worth the energy. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Just as I'm entitled to my own opinions. I don't understand why people try to license people or act like cops online. Everyone's entitled to do what they want to do. Alright. Everyone has different standards or different ideals or different drawing styles. So if some people like to draw super slender characters, that's their prerogative. Some people like to draw thicker characters, that's their prerogative. There's no one type only body shape for all characters. And you should be offended if someone draws a different style body type for characters that are not real and you're making your own. It's like trying to license someone's own creativity. It's like, you can draw, but draw it how I like it. No, I'm going to draw how I like it. Alright, so yeah, that's a quick rough pose. So we're going to end the stream here. Thanks for watching. This is basically my initial way of how I pose out of characters, rough posing. Obviously, there's still mistakes here, like the neck needs to go down, the face is a little too short, the jaw and all stuff. But this is basically a rough pose, then I'll develop it more. But since I was running short on time, I just did it this way. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next stream. I hope you guys have a good one. Feel free to like and follow me on Instagram, Blue Sky, Tumblr, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube or Patreon for more exclusive stuff. Alright, have a good one. Bye.